and welcome back to Team R.I.C.O's Off the Record, where you get to know a little bit more about your next favorite artist. We're switching things up today. I got Enrico beside me this time, a little co-host, double hosting today.
Yeah, let's do it.
Chris Days and Enrico James. I'd like to throw a thank you to everybody out in the audience. We have Casey, Rachel, Abby, we got Nico. I did not catch your name. I am so sorry. Jacob, fucking Jacob. Round of applause for Jacob for being here. I fucking love you, Jacob. Thank you. Elijah for being the cameraman. Thank you all, and thank you to everybody that's taking the time to watch. Give a subscription, hit the bell, taking the time to deal with my post on Facebook, fucking posts and shit. Thank you to Cicada Safespace for coming by today. First off, where'd the name come from? That's kind of a crazy name.
I've just had like a list of names that I keep.
I feel like a lot of people do. Just like
on like a Google document.
It's like, oh, that's a cool ass fucking band name. I'm gonna write that down.
It just,
what about the Fleetwood Sound Company was, what was it?
The
school district.
Yeah, just for some reason I put down the Fleetwood Area School District as a band name. That's another potential name.
We know when you got to make like another project. That's always like, at least there's like a list. At least you're prepared.
Yeah.
Whenever I'm like, I need to like name shit, I'm always just like, I have like nothing prepared. Like
that'll be like our next like jazz fusion project or something.
Like some ska in there.
Oh yeah.
What's your opinions on the ska resurgence? Do you have any opinions on the ska resurgence?
I'm not really like a big ska fan.
I respect that.
I like Sublime.
Oh, well, you gotta love Sublime. Do you like Sublime with Rome? Are you okay with this?
I mean, it is what it is, kind of, yeah.
I agree. Yeah,
I didn't even know there was like a ska resurgence to begin with.
Yeah, you know, it's a shame. Yeah, no, it should probably stay back. The checkered patterns and the skankins should probably stay in the early 2000s. But again, thank you guys so much for making it all the way down here. Where are you guys located from?
We're from Oley, Pennsylvania. I mean, it's a really small town.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you guys so much for making it all the way down here.
Is there a music scene in that area?
Yeah, but it's pretty bad.
Okay.
It's kind of just a lot of like cover bands, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Retired people doing cover bands. Like that's
older bar bands and shit, playing some AC/DC covers.
Yeah,
that's right.
I'm so sorry. We got to dealing with our microphone.
Are we good here? Oh, bad.
Oh yeah, you got to really lean into it. If you subscribe to our Patreon, we don't have yet, you'll be able to buy us new microphones. So we'll figure that out at some point.
Yeah.
So when did you start putting out music as Cicada Safespace?
Last year. Was it last year?
Last year.
Okay,
so it's pretty new.
Yeah, him and I just pretty much, he plays drums in the project and I play guitar. We pretty much just were playing these songs that I've been writing for like the past year or so, and I don't know, we just got our friend Harry on bass and it's just been kind of
right on
going pretty smoothly so far. So
is it hard doing like two projects, because you also have another band? We were originally going to have them as the lineup, Milen, but this poor gentleman right here lost his voice.
Evidently you can tell my voice is completely
we forgot to bring the cough drops in today. So that's on us, so it's for that. But thankfully they were able to come by again. Is it hard to have like two projects at once?
Well, technically we've got three. We have another band. Yes, the guy Harry that he just brought up, he has his own band, and we play in that as well. So
what's that one called?
Sleep All Summer.
Sleep All, that's a cool ass name. You guys got really funny ass, cool ass names.
Yeah. And so we have to balance that as well. So it's like we don't do Cicada Safespace every weekend, but we do, or every week. We do Sleep All Summer in Milen.
Okay.
Milen every week. And
have you ever played a show like a double like header where like you guys have played?
Yes, we just did last weekend.
Really? What bands were those?
Cicada and Milen.
Really? Are people like confused when was it like right after one another?
Yeah, because it's like and everyone rotates counterclockwise because Harry plays drums in Milen, so like he plays bass in that, so everyone just sort of
instruments.
Yeah, it's like musical chairs. Yeah.
Are you all like multi-instrumentalists for the main, like all can like switch to different roles?
Yeah, I mean I would like to think so. Yeah.
Okay,
I can't play drums. That's my only.
Dude, I can't play drums either. I can play anything with strings, but as soon as you put like skins in front of me,
he's great with everything on strings.
Maybe
like,
that's just a string player thing. Yeah. You said you're a drummer.
Yes.
And what else do you play in the other groups?
I play guitar in Sleep All Summer. I used to play bass, and then we brought him into it.
Okay.
So then it was another band with like just the three people. Yeah.
It's like there's like lore to it. There's so many.
There is.
Start a label. It's like 10 different bands, but it's all the same like 4 people.
Yes.
Much,
yeah. Give or take one member. Yeah.
Give or take. Yeah. They're busy that one day when they practice.
Yeah.
So, where did you guys meet? How do how'd you guys become friends or whatnot? Any relationship between each other?
We met in high school. Yeah,
Okay.
like he was in the grade beneath me, so we had like an art class together, or something like that. Yeah, or we just had like study hall together, and we would just like hang out. And then he wasn't really like playing music until about like a year ago.
Really? So
Yeah.
this is like your first like venture into music was like these 4, 5, 10 bands that you're.
I mean,
Yeah.
I've only like done music involving these guys. For
Really?
the most
Yeah,
part. I haven't
yeah.
really done anything like purely solo. I mean, it's just kind of like the effect that people around
Being
you
in a
have
group,
on you.
But yeah, when he started playing,
crazy.
I was like, "Holy shit, you're like really good!" And so I was like, "Do you want to be in my band?"
Was it these guys that really like inspired you to like really
Yeah.
get into it?
Of course, yeah. I
Dude,
mean,
right on.
It's also my parents are musicians too, so
Just took you a little bit to get into it, I'm assuming.
yeah. I mean,
What were you into before like music? Like
Art,
any hobbies and stuff?
painting and stuff.
yeah,
right?
I mean, I took art classes in high school and stuff
Oh,
like
really?
that. I'm going to Kutztown right now for fine arts. So
Oh, dude, right.
But
Like
I'm-
painting, drawing.
yeah, all that stuff.
dude,
but
right on.
I'd much prefer doing
Do
musical
you,
stuff though.
do you think like having different mediums to like work in is like good for your like creative flow, like be able to jump back and forth between the two?
I don't think you should ever like limit yourself to whatever creative thing.
Right on. What is the latest release from Cicada Safespace? I wasn't able to really check into it too much.
Yeah,
This is a little
yeah.
last minute.
Yeah, yeah, it's-
what was your? You have any latest releases or?
Yeah, we released a song about a month ago on Bandcamp called Sour.
Okay.
So, but that's pretty much been our only release so far. We've just been busy with other projects.
We've been
All 10
recording
other
though,
bands. I
yeah.
imagine it's hard to get
Yeah.
in this calendar.
But we have been recording for an upcoming
Yeah.
album.
Oh, dude. Well, can you drop the name on that?
I don't really have a name for it
Yeah, I don't think we
yet.
have a name
Oh,
yet.
dude. Right on. You know, it's still coming.
It might just be
Self-titled, maybe
self-titled.
self-titled album. Yeah.
Right on. Oh.
So are you guys looking at Bandcamp as more of like a demo place to put your demos at before you go Spotify and other streaming platforms? Is that why? Like, is it just on Bandcamp right now, or is it on Spotify and stuff like
I
that?
mean, we just, at least with Cicada Safespace, we haven't like put anything out on Spotify yet. But I mean, I would use Bandcamp to put.
Okay. I love
releases on,
Bandcamp as
too.
like a music
Just
platform.
really easy to do. It's like SoundCloud but more sophisticated. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
that's
well,
kinda-
it's where you go for like the fine art.
Yes,
The fine
yes.
artists.
Yeah, yeah.
Honestly, no, like, you know, there's so many like Bandcamp exclusive bands that are like so wonderful that you really can't find
I've heard
anywhere
so
else.
many- yeah, I've heard so many good ones.
Let's see, how were people's reaction to the latest single you put out? Were positive?
It's been good so far. I mean, we played this house show last
nice.
weekend, and
Kutztown.
like it was like this. It was just in this guy's kitchen.
Yeah,
And it was
It was
like,
like
like
super
full band,
intimate
just
little-
loud as
I've
shit.
done one of those
like,
before,
Yeah,
yeah.
That's fun.
blasting and-
Astronauts really fly did one of
Yeah.
those
And like
before.
people were coming up to us saying like, "Oh yeah, the floor was shaking.
Yeah.
Like, it was that packed." It was-
Did the cops get called on you guys or no?
no, but
Almost,
The neighbors were
almost.
That
really
happened to
pissed.
us. Yeah, it was
we
crazy.
I played a show years ago where the cops didn't get called. Yeah.
It's when you're performing inside like those houses, it's rocking the whole
Dude, it's
entire.
fucking
it's
I was
crazy.
drumming and like I couldn't hear anything. It just sounded like
Just,
static.
like, going fucking
It just sounded like static in my ears.
do you guys,
Crazy.
Yeah.
do you guys play a lot of shows? It sounds it's 17 bands. I imagine you. Play
Yeah,
a
with
lot.
17, yes, yeah. I mean, until recently with Milen especially, like we weren't really doing anything because
Okay.
there wasn't really a full band. But now that we have like a 4-piece band, it's been like really trying to full steam ahead and do stuff. And same with his stuff as well. Like we're booking stuff a lot now, you know.
Is it hard to? Oh, no,
I'm sorry.
go right
Do you
on.
look at like different venues, as in being a couple different bands? How do you approach that? Like that?
I mean,
scenario?
usually he books stuff for Cicada.
Okay.
And I
Oh,
book
okay.
stuff for Milen, but like sometimes we'll switch around.
Gotcha. Gotcha.
You know.
Now, what do you say is like the biggest difference between Milen and Cicada Safespace, like
Say-
musically?
Probably a little bit louder.
Yeah.
Milen's a lot more like mellow.
Yeah, super
Yes.
like mathy, kind of
Yeah.
like that twinkly
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
feel into
Right.
it. I love that. Yeah, I definitely got to check out some more Cicada Safespace. Please check out Cicada Safespace
check
on
'em out, check
Bandcamp.
'em
It'll be on the links down below. Let's see, what inspires you like musically? We'll start with you and then we'll go to you.
Like bands or just
Yeah, let's do musical
Yeah, I like
influences.
that.
One of my favorite bands is the band Grandaddy.
Okay, I
Ever
like
heard of them?
Grandaddy.
Yeah, I fucking love
Grandaddy.
They're like
They're
my
really
favorite
good.
band ever.
Fuck yeah.
That's Duster's another one. Like I love
Never
like
heard of Duster.
I love like their slowcore. Like I love
Okay.
like the genre slowcore. Like
Okay, you know
was a
that's
big-
not one that gets brought up very.
yeah, that was a
frequently,
big
is, like,
influence
slowcore.
for like Milen and stuff, especially.
Okay, yeah, that really like kind of like low tempo,
But
like super
yeah, it's
dreamy
like
kind of
when
sound.
I was young, I really liked electronic music too,
like EDM or
like techno and
Techno,
like
fuck
I was
yeah,
really
man.
like core and shit, you know.
I don't
Yeah.
see it. I don't see it. But
Yeah,
that's so funny. I never.
So I mean, like, in a weird way, some of that sort of gets intertwined with what we do. So, like,
Kinda get like
the
that, like,
synthesizers,
electronic feel.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
we do a lot of
totally.
like arpeggiators and stuff in that. And yeah, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much like where my influence comes from. You know?
Right on, right on.
Yeah.
What about you?
I don't know. I mean, it depends like what I'm listening to. Usually.
It changes so frequently.
Fluctuates, yeah.
Yeah, especially like favorite artist or like
Yeah.
what's inspiring you at the time. Well,
Yeah.
what's inspiring? Like, what's on your playlist right now that you've been listening to?
Right now, I mean, as of in like the past year or so, I've been listening to like a lot of shoegaze music.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Fucking love
Like
some
War
shoegaze.
and Nothing, and I guess the old school ones like Slow Dive and My Bloody Valentine, all those bands.
Right on, right on. Does that influence your writing? I mean, because again, unfortunately, I've not heard too much of the music other than what they've been performing outside. It sounds wonderful. I just haven't been able to hear too much of it.
Yeah, I always like the melodies that they make in that kind of music, and the atmosphere that they create is really it's really incredible.
Right on. What do you see? What's like the next big step for Cicada Safespace? What do you see? Is it album? Is it trying to get on maybe some bigger shows?
Yeah,
What's
I mean, I think
both, yeah.
both. That sounds
Yeah, it's probably sounds like
Yeah.
giving answers here is the questions.
yeah.
Yeah, but I feel, is it hard to book shows? Because I haven't tried to
I
book a
mean,
show in God knows
For
how
him,
long.
not so much. He's got like a magic way of doing it. But like for me, it's like
It's not that.
I feel like they're like so specific. It's like you have to be like 2 sentences, but like it can't be too shallow, and then you have to be
No,
like,
no, it's so hard to like get into
right.
it.
And you're like, oh, you have to have like a good press kit.
We need to get
it's
a
like
good
I can't
that's
do
what
it.
we need. We need a good press kit.
Yeah.
That's right. We need a good press kit.
Or at least just record yourself playing. Like that's.
Yeah, fair enough.
I mean, if you've heard of the venue Chaplins, we just did that. We just recorded.
I've played the
Or
Chaplins.
the Gem or whatever it's called.
Yeah, I know
now,
exactly
but
what you're talking
We
about.
just did that for
That's
Milen. For the
where's
press
that
kit.
at? That's in
It's in
is that
Spring
Spring
City.
Spring
City.
City,
Spring
yeah.
City. Yeah, it's like that. It's super nice venue. I love that.
It's
We
a
should
cool
go there.
place. Yeah, we just performed there a couple months ago.
What's like the furthest that you've checked out for like a show?
Probably Philly.
Philly?
Thus far. Yeah.
Okay. How do you like playing in Philly?
Yeah, good question. I like
Pretty. Yeah, I enjoyed it. You know, I like to play places like the Fire. Like we haven't gone to any like real
About the
venues,
Fire.
but like I'd love to play somewhere like that. Yeah.
Have you played at Fire?
No, no.
Okay.
But I'd like to play there at some point. Yeah.
We'll get you there one of these days.
Hell yeah.
Suck it. Let's see. What do you think is one of the biggest roadblocks in like? Because you know you're writing for so many different groups. How do you tell like what song is going to be like a Milen song or a Cicada Safespace song? Like who brings who?
Well,
is it hard to decide what's going to go to what?
Not really, because I think we both just write separately. He'll show
two
me a
different
song, and he'll be like, "Oh, this like I want to do this for Cicada,"
Oh,
and
right
then I'll
on.
just like lay down a drum beat or something. It's kind of like that.
Do
Do
you
like backing
feel-
vocals, you know?
Okay. Do you feel like having those two groups like helps you creatively in your own respective
Yes,
groups?
I do personally, because like I'll hear something that he does, and I'm like, "Oh, I didn't even think of it like that," you know?
Right, it's like inspiring
melody,
each other.
Like melodically, it's like that. Like a lot of when I think I have like a good song, it's like if the melody is strong. So like I'll hear what he does, and I'm like, I wouldn't have thought to put it like that, but that's a really strong like melody or like, you know, riff or something like that, you know?
That's how I feel with Mr. Elijah over here, my writing buddy. Yeah, no, it's super hard. I struggle to write alone personally. I can't get shit done alone, but having like somebody to bounce off ideas.
I used to be like that, like, or more like I used to be like I could write alone, but now like I've kind of hit like almost like a writer's block, but not really. But it's like I need like the other input
the
from
other
people.
push.
Yeah,
That's why I have all these people
like
surrounding me.
especially that with like drums, you know, like with our guy Harry for Milen. It's like if he lays down a drum beat, I'm like, oh, that's a really smart idea.
Would have never thought to do it.
Like
that
I would have
way.
never thought of that. Like shit, that's cool, you know.
Well, yeah, that's the beauty of collaborate. Is like
Right.
you'll just get some crazy ideas that you've never.
Everybody's got different
that you never
ears,
think
yeah.
of. That's wonderful.
I don't know yet. I'm trying to think.
No, that's
They were on the fly.
This is you know it's hard bringing out a new format with
Hey,
double
no
people
problem, no
talking.
problem.
Let's see. what is one of your favorite songs that you've ever written? Like, what is, like, if you had to pick one song that, like, was going to be shown to, like, a record label, like, say, like, it's like, hey, we're going to sign you, we need one song, what song would you put up?
For me, I would say my song "Remain." I
Okay.
like that one.
That is a good
We're not gonna play it today.
Yeah, and it's, it's unreleased too. But yeah,
You'll hear it at some point. Make sure
Yeah.
you keep an ear out. That's going to be wonderful.
yeah,
Is that coming out of the next project?
Yeah.
most likely.
Oh, right. I can't wait to hear this next project. That's super exciting.
Yeah, say for me, probably Takes It Home for Milen. That's one that's a lot of people like that one.
It's like the
song-
fan favorite one.
I guess. Yeah. In Harmony is another one that we do.
That's a banger. That's one.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of people like that one, but that's one that I was like, oh, I would have never thought that people would like it that much. But I hear a
It's
lot of
always the
people
one you like the least, almost.
Not
It's
even
always-
that. It was just like I just wouldn't have thought of that one as like, oh, people really like dig that one, you know?
It's like
It's
the
almost always that
Radiohead
one.
Creep dichotomy.
Where they didn't like it, but
Yeah.
everyone was like, fuck yeah, it's the best thing you ever did. Yeah.
It's kind of shit. We need another song. Just throw a single on.
yeah.
Oh man. Do you have any crazy like venue stories? Any like crazy like show stories on
Like
any?
guitar.
What?
Well, his guitar.
Oh, yeah, actually, hold on. Jacob, can you bring that over? Yeah, so
Great story. Look at this.
one time, so you'll see this tape here. I don't know where the camera is. I guess
That one for you.
Yeah, so if you see, there's this tape here, and we went to Chaplins one time, and this guy had his case up. I mean, you've been there before. You know,
Yeah.
there's like the little tables that line the walls.
Mm-hmm.
It was like up on the table, and it fell over, and I had this in a soft case, and it fell, and he's like, "Oh shit, man, I'm sorry," and we were like, "Oh no, it's no big deal."
It's probably not a big deal.
Oh,
It's
probably,
fine.
like
It's
it didn't hit
probably
anything,
fine.
and I look, and it's like just in like splinters, like oh shit.
Oh, this
Like,
is a problem.
so me and my dad filled it in, and then we went there again, and some girl gave me this like cat sticker.
I was gonna ask you about the cat stickers. I love the cat
Yeah,
stickers.
thank you. It's like kind of a signature thing now, but
You know, it's just a good little scar of. Oh, you almost got him in the face.
oh shit, sorry, dude. Here, let's
We
move that
can't
back
afford
over.
the insurance.
Yeah, right. Let's no injuries. Today.
Let's see. Would you say that's the craziest time, like experience at
Not
a show?
even. I mean, we just played this show, and these neighbors were like, yeah, you can tell the story better.
Was that the house show?
the one that
Yeah.
we just did?
Okay, really?
The one that like we almost got the cops called on, but not really.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
packing up to leave, and I could just hear the neighbors like screaming at each other, like, "If they don't fucking turn!" Like really pissed.
Just
like,
fucking raging.
Oh my god, it was
Yeah,
it was
and-
kind of
They
funny.
ruined a good time.
Well, the other thing was like we were talking to the one guy who played, but like after us, because there was like 4 bands, and so the fourth, like the last one was on, and we were talking to the guy out in the front, and all of a sudden he just sort of like walked over to the other side of the house, and he was like, "Yeah," he said something about like, "Yeah, we'll be done in a couple minutes." He's like, "Not in a couple minutes, right fucking now. Like it's 12 o'clock. I'm trying to sleep," and it was like, "Oh."
Yeah.
Just fuck you. Like, let me just my shit.
And they were like,
Just
they were really like on their last song. Like I think like they were pretty much done right after that.
At that point, it's like, why even stop it now? It's just like what's the point? People
Yeah.
they just can have no fun, man. Let the kids have fun.
Yeah,
Let's see.
it was very loud though.
Well,
Yeah, but we were having fun, so what does it matter?
I mean, you know, I sit here and I talk shit like, yeah, fuck them, but like, I don't know. If my neighbor was blaring some shit while I have work in the morning,
It's like, yeah.
I'd probably be that.
But
crabby
it was
person,
it was a
too.
Friday night though. But maybe
Oh, well, then
maybe they were working on the weekend. You never know.
That's
you
probably
know.
why they were angry.
7
They were
days a
probably
week.
Like, man, I gotta work on fucking Saturdays.
Damn it, overtime.
That rock
Yeah.
and roll music.
Yeah.
Any collaborations that you guys are interested, like in, you know, that you have in mind?
dream collab.
Dream collabs, yeah.
Shit, I don't even know.
Or even local collabs, like even local artists.
Yeah, I'd like to collab with this guy called Cicada Safespace. I don't actually
I
know.
hate that guy. He's my least favorite artist.
Yeah.
This guy.
I don't know. I mean,
That's a tough question. Because you would probably answer that better than I would.
collaborate. I mean,
Who would you guys like sound good with? Who do you think?
I don't even know. We just been kind of like so in our little world. for
Okay.
the
I guess
past, like,
Kitchen
year.
is a good one. The band Kitchen. They're from Rochester,
Okay.
like New York.
We'll get him on here soon enough. One of these
He's-
days.
That guy's awesome. Good songwriter.
Maybe we could link that up. That'd be cool.
Oh, that'd be dope. We'll get y'all down.
He's getting
We'll get y'all down.
That'd be sick.
Let's see, dream show lineup. If you were going to play a show with like 3 bands, let's say like 3 bands, like dream bands that like doesn't matter if you like
Who's the
sound
headliner?
is like similar. Who would you play with?
How about we do Guns N' Roses, Greta Van Fleet,
Oh man,
just
beautiful.
just the the essentials. I don't
The
know.
essentials.
So Guns would probably be.
I mean, that would be
They'd have to have.
maybe like
Milen.
70s,
Yeah.
80s Guns N' Roses. Like I don't know about modern Guns N' Roses.
As long as they're Slash, you should be alright.
Yeah.
Slash is pretty good. Yes. And that's our awkward silence for the moment.
Dot,
We
dot,
probably
dot.
we probably reached the 20-minute mark. I'm assuming though.
Did we hit the 20 minute? Probably around the dot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. Where can people find you at? On it's Bandcamp. Is it
We
just
have
Yes,
Instagram as well.
Cicada Safespace.
Instagram? Check them out on Instagram.
Instagram, Bandcamp. That's pretty much it for that
Okay.
project.
fair.
But Milen is Bandcamp, Spotify, SoundCloud,
Yeah.
whatever.
Find it on
Find
all
music.
platforms.
Maybe get you guys on that Linktree wave or whatnot. Get
We
you
do
guys-
have a link.
Okay,
to,
bet.
I have one
Linktree.
for Milen at least. We should make
Okay.
one for
Yeah.
Cicada.
Yeah,
as
that
well.
would definitely be good. That'd be
Yeah,
good.
yeah. I have
Just have
made that,
everything
yeah.
there. Just check out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
That'd be cool.
Thank you for dealing with my anxious ramblings. This
Yeah,
is,
no problem,
You know, for a
dude.
socially anxious person,
I
I don't
don't
know why I put
blame you.
myself into
I'm the
this
same way.
situation every week.
I'm the same way.
We need to get somebody with a little bit more charisma than me. Maybe we can
Yeah,
find
you did great, dude.
I mean,
No, you did
nah,
awesome.
nah.
You did awesome.
Again, thank you to everybody for coming out. Thank you guys for coming
Hey, no
out.
problem.
Thank you.
It's
Another
a
round of
pleasure.
applause.
It's a pleasure.
Let's give another round of applause to my boy over there. Yeah. Round of applause to Milen. We got Cicada Safespace. Thank you for everybody out there. Guys, thanks so much for doing our interview.
Sweet. Let's go.